So much negative has come out of this pandemic, but there's also been some positive changes when it comes to the workplace.
Lisa Brezonik, CEO of Salo, joins us now live to tell us about some of those changes. Good morning to you, Lisa.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good, good. Well, first, tell us about Salo.
Sure, I'd love to. So we provide accounting, finance, and HR professionals, as well as executive professionals, to businesses to help solve solutions in everyday issues as far as interim projects and lots of other ways.
So, Lisa, we've talked a lot on this show about changes in the workplace from the pandemic here and really from the events that have happened over the past year. What are some of the big things that you're seeing?
Yeah, you know, there's so many things that have changed, right? But one of the several big things that have really happened is it's now an employee-driven workplace, right? So there are a lot of people making changes. There's a lot of different things happening. So flexibility in the workplace, the ability to work different hours, the ability to think differently about how you want to work. Employers are realizing, because there's not as many people to help fill some of these positions that are happening, that we all have to be more flexible in our wants and asks for how our team works. And that gives each of us a lot of flexibility to think about when, where, and how. I'm at my parents' house right now. I've got 4 other people in the background that are trying to get work done. And that's how things are getting done right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you really have that flexibility to work from home or anywhere, all parts of the week. We know diversity and equity inclusion policies are changing right now, too.
Yeah, they have to change, right? There's so many reasons they have to change that we've all talked about. And one of the really important things is we all have to look for different places to find talent. That's helping us find new people in different places. We can't just go to the same source of where we used to look for people. We have to look in different places. And that's allowing us to find people with really diverse backgrounds in all the different categories of that.
How about mental health, Lisa?
Yeah, mental health is huge, right? We've spent the last 18 months talking about how do we take care of our employees. I think the employers who are really going to be successful in the future are the ones that are going to continue to check in with their employees and think about the mental well-being of people and help them think about how to be successful, not just getting the work done, but how do you get the work done.
And less business traveling or weekend-long conferences.
Yeah, and right? Like, how many business conferences has anybody talked about in the last 12 months? Even though things are starting to come back, we're being much more intentional, right? We used to just get on a plane for any reason. Now companies are thinking much more about how to spend those dollars, and is it really necessary to be in person? Can we do things online? And so these conferences and trade shows and all those things are going to come back, but they're going to come back differently and much more intentionally.
And Lisa, the 5th trend that you want to talk about, you call it goodbye 9 to 5. I wonder, though, is this a good thing if, because we seem to be working, late into the night, early in the morning, but then we do have that flexibility during the day?
Right. So it's good if we put boundaries on it, right? It's good if we say, I'm going to work the hours that I need to work, but I'm not going to work all the work hours. It's good when we say, hey, you know what, I'm going to make time to get to my kid's baseball game. I'm going to think about how I use my 8 hours or whatever that right hours amount is for you. But it has to have boundaries, and employers have to recognize that. And so again, it's an employee market right now. And if we push employees to work too many hours out of those boundaries, we're going to have issues. But if we can find a way to say, look, this is the amount of work that I need to get done, you choose the hours and the way you get it done, then we can have a lot of really good outcomes on both sides of this.
All right. Lisa Brezonik, CEO of HappySalo.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.